am back home, and I don't know if I mentioned it, but Art's parents and cousin George are on their way from Michigan for a couple-day visit. So lots of excitement. The kids haven't seen Grandma in Michigan since, I think it was Charity's wedding a year and a half ago, almost a year and a half ago since they've been here. So I do need to get over to where they're going to stay at our rental property. Since it's done, I do need to go up there and throw some sheets on the bed, but while I'm waiting for Hannah to get up before I do that, I have this self-watering pot from VegoGarden that I'm going to be putting my tomato in. Now, it's still a little cold. It's too cold to put it outside yet, but I'm going to go ahead and put this in the pot so it can really start growing. VegoGarden also sent me a tomato plant to go in here, and I've been nursing that along, but it needs to go into a bigger pot. So I'm just going to go ahead and plant that right now while I have a few minutes before we go up and get Grandma in Michigan's bed all set. So this is supposed to be a self-watering rolling tomato planter, and it comes with a trellis. So I'm really excited to actually trying this out. See if we can get this opened up here. Start your planting journey. I am really excited to see how this grows this year. That says water gauge on that. And then parts for tomato planting pot has curved poles, straight poles, top poles, connectors, straight connector, and 4 wheels. And that's part 1, and then, well, I might need 2 hands to get this out. There we go, that was easier. It says to start with the wheels first, and here are the wheels, and it looks like they just pop right in. So, wheel, pop that in like that. And obviously we wouldn't, if you don't need to add the wheels, you don't have to. But I'm going to put them in there for now for safe keeping. Let's see, does it go that way? Or, nope, got to turn this around. So there's little handles there. There we go. That looks right. There. That took a little bit. Just want to make sure that's level, and it just has little grooves right there. You have to just push in until it slides in. See, like that's caught right there. Just there we go. Push that in, and then our water gauge here. It says where to take this, and to push that in here. Like that. And it looks like it currently says 0. Let's turn that around. There we go. It says refill and full. Okay, these are my connectors. And then looks like all the poles here for putting the trellis together. So I'm going to unwrap these and build the trellis part. Okay, I'm not going to build this anymore until I can get it to the greenhouse, just because I think once I start filling it up with soil, it's going to be too heavy to move back there. But that's the first layer of trellising, and then once I get back there and fill it up, I have some more trellising to grow. But this is really neat so far. I am really hopeful that this is going to grow really well.
My spherical transformer, because when I'm ready to go, I just shoot the ball with one hand and then hit the remote right as it's about to go.
Art and the kids were just watching Mark Grover, but Art's heading up to our rental property. He has to do some painting on the outside of the building because of some things we taken out or added light fixtures and things like that. So we need to touch up the paint. It is still very beautiful today. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. I'm going to get back out to planting that planter before it cools off, and then I'm not going to get the job done today. Hey girls, how are ya? Look at the pretty daffodils. I'm sorry, you can't eat them. So I was watching a video online, and apparently this is not stinging nettle, but you can do something with it. I don't remember if it was eating it or making a tea out of it, but I'm going to look that up and see if I can learn a little bit more about this, because I have a whole bunch of this. I don't believe this is Creeping Charlie. I think this is Creeping Charlie here. But whatever the case is, I thought that was really interesting. What? Are you looking for treats? I have to look in the house to see if I have any treats. And these beds are doing pretty good. It's supposed to rain. Oh, Mr. Red Squirrel, I hope you weren't in my greenhouse. The spinach is coming along. Looks like it might need a little water. And then this, look how much this bed has dropped down. We still need to put the topsoil in it. Oh, something else really fun that I got. I don't think I showed you guys this. This is an above ground, sort of above ground worm composter. So this will go in this garden bed, and once it gets planted, I'm going to put fruit scraps and some worms in here, and then cover it up, and this is going to decompose while it's in the garden, and it's going to give nutrients. So I'm looking forward to trying that out too. Oh, I love my happy place. My Gerber daisy has survived so many years. Actually, I think it needs more water. And then this one was one we had last year, and it's just starting to grow. But I just love my greenhouse. It makes me so happy. Are there things that make you so happy? And then this has been working really well. These are all dahlias here, and I can't put these out for probably another 2 weeks. I may end up having to transplant them out of here because they look like they're getting a little crowded. And then I have asters over here, which I haven't grown either of those, so I'm really excited about that. This is my tomato that VegoGarden grew for me. It's a little yellow because it's missing nutrients, so that's why it really needs to get transplanted. But let's finish building the bed for it, and then we'll go ahead and plant this. I'm sure it's going to be much happier. I think this is a good resting spot right here. It should get plenty of sun from the windows. I have my beans that are growing up the trellis, hoping they'll start taking off. We had a couple really cold nights in here, and it was just a little too cold for the plants, and they really got stunted. And beans and my oh, I can't think of what this is called. Anyways, this also got stunted a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see the damage right there, right on the tops, and up here. It just got a little too cold in here, but it's still doing well. This is what is this called? Well, the name forgets me. It has the big purple flowers that open up, and they're pink, and then they pop open, and they have the little hangers from them. I can't think of the name of them. Anyways, this is wintered over from 2 years. So I had this last year that I overwintered from the year before. And I'm trying to get this to do the whole draping thing, which it's not doing. So I don't know. I may end up pruning that back. This is more of my experiment plant. But without further ado, I'm going to fill this up with a mixture of just some regular all-purpose potting soil and then some of my compost. And I'm not going to finish building the trellis part just because I know I'm not going to need it yet. And it would interfere with these trays up here. So I'll just keep those off to the side until we're ready to move it outside for its permanent location for the summer, and then I'll finish building that trellis. So this is all I have out of the compost and my bucket of soil right now. So I may end up filling this up a little bit fuller. But for now, I think it's going to be fine. And I'll just go ahead and put this guy in there. Of course, I'm going to take him out of his plastic. We're going to go a little deeper because tomatoes thrive on going deeper. And then all these little hairs on the tomato will actually turn into more roots. And that guy, and then this guy here. They say that for the first week you should water from the top of the plant, and then the roots, as they get longer, should be able to just self-water from the base. So with that, I'm going to water this little fella, looking pretty happy, and I bet in a week you're going to see a ton of growth on this, which I'm really excited about. There you go, guys. Nice big drink. And then for the rest of this, I'm going to actually put in the watering hole here. Did you guys see that? The little indicator here. Let's see if I can move it a little bit for you guys to see that a little bit better. You see that says full, and then this is getting to the end. So I will just fill that up. And I could probably add more, but I'm out of water right now. Down here they have a gauge for how much water you want to keep in the bottom. And if I had this outside, I'd actually pull this off and pull out that stopper so this can drain in case we got a lot of rain. But since this is inside right now, I'm not worrying about that. I'll just leave that closed. I'll deal with that later. But there it is, all planted.
We're at our rental property, and I'm going to touch up a few spots that need painting. There were some holes in the wall there, and a couple up there. And then I have to touch up the trim right there. So I'm going to do that, and then, well, the outside will be just about done.
Where does the nail go?
And the recycle bin. Recycle bin. Okay, and kids have a few things to do in here. This downstairs is quite messy. It's a little embarrassing, but I have my boxes for all the things that I send out. I have some stuff that's on the internet for sale over there, some instruments and parts and things like that. I have some tools and a whole bunch of dust. So we need to get that dust cleaned up, and we have to vacuum up the stairs and a few other things. The girls are getting the bed, getting the sheets on the bed. And I have the paintbrush and the stir stick, so I'm going to get started. So I have to paint the trim right here. I had to replace the trim, so I have to touch that up. And I'm on the balcony right now. And the kids love the balcony. They just love looking down.
That's Grace.
They like looking down on the world. And also there are really good sunsets over there at nighttime. Oh, the sun's right there right now. So now it's time for the other paint. It looks like I'm going to have to do a lot of stirring on this one. The colors are all separated.
You win! Can I turn it off now?
Yeah, did you get me?
Yep. We're near the toilet.
Yep, somebody's got to do it before Grandma Michigan comes.
Yep. Whoa, it's tight in here.
Tight squeeze. Maybe this will be the last one I need.
Oh, yeah.
Watch out.
I was cutting off your
Whoa.
head.
Who's in there?
Mary.
Ah, that was freaky.
I don't want to be in the video.
Oh. Kitchen is somewhat cleaned up, but these two are cooking again. You
I
guys,
didn't eat dinner.
that's fine. She
Yeah,
had a
yeah.
headache.
Good problem.
Grandma and Grandpa in Michigan are about an hour, 15
Are they gonna
minutes.
stop by our house first?
Yes, they need to get the bedding for George. And I think I'm going to end the vlog. I have a little bit of school that I need to get caught up with before they get here. So I'm going to end tonight. But thanks for coming along. I hope you guys are having a great day when you're watching this. And I'll see you for our next video. Bye.